Today we're going to look at a very interesting item that was a prop on the TV show Grimm. Hi everybody, BMeister22 here. Today we're looking at an item that was from Rosalie's Spice Shop on the TV show Grimm. This is a vintage 1960s Schering mortar and pestle jar. This is just the jar. We don't have the pestle. I don't have a lid for it. If you do a quick Google search, these are very common. They are listed as McCoy Pottery Schering mortar and pestle jars or Schering Corporation vintage jars from the 1960s. Also, if you type in, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Mamminoid jar, this will come up. There's some Latin on the bottom. Secundum artum, something about art. My Latin is very rusty. It has some dates on there. I believe they're dates 1135, 1204. The jar has some signs of wear in at least one place. You can see that the ceramic glaze is wore off and there's a little rough spot. For the most part, the inside of the jar is clean. And if you think that's a funny statement for me to make, if you remember, I have that blood coffee mug from the TV show Scream Queens, Season 2. And that not only had some remnants of fake blood on it, it had a little bit of scuzz down on the bottom and a few hairs and some lint. It's very rare that the prop department cleans things up before they liquidate them. Will they keep them clean during production? Yeah, they try to do that. But something such as this, which would just be on a shelf or on a counter or in the background, it's not a front and center focus item. They're not going to spend a lot of time with it. So according to a quick Google search, this appears to be a vintage jar from the 1960s. This is a McCoy Pottery Schering mortar and pestle apothecary jar, which makes sense because Rosalie's Spice Shop is a spice shop and apothecary. What this is missing is it is missing a lid and it is missing the pestle. At first glance, I was not sure if the cork on the bottom was original manufacturer's or if it was placed on there by the production company. But after a quick Google search, it's easily seen that piece of cork on the bottom is original from when it was made. The little Schering label with the mortar and pestle on the bottom looks like it's branded onto there. You know, like a cattle brand where they heat brand it, opposed to having it printed on there or drawn on there or etched. So yes, this is a neat little collectible, even if it wasn't used on a TV show. With this item, we are kind of lucky in the sense that this is very specific and easy to identify. So if we look around Rosalie's Spice Shop, it should not be hard to see this item on a table, on a counter, on a desk, on a shelf. And since this is actually a real item, finger quotes, a real vintage item, this might be something you recognize from somewhere else. Somebody's house, a collectibles store, another TV show. But yes, this is a neat little item. I'm not sure if the designs on the jar, these vertical designs, I'm not sure if they are simply designs or if they're symbols or what they exactly represent. All right, what do you think? Do you collect vintage pottery, vintage ceramics, old dishes? I don't really collect old dishes or vintage pottery, though I do have a lot of uranium glass, and that's old vintage Depression-era glass. And if you are a collector of Depression-era glass, they have a lot of cool stuff out there. This isn't that old. Like I said, this is 1960s. We lucked out with this. This was part of a lot of 6 or 7 items that I purchased from the TV show Grimm. In addition to its value of being a prop on a TV show, this actually has some value in itself. All right, what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
BeanMeister22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.